On this vote, the yeas are 222 and the nays are 200. The motion is adopted.
And with that, MAGA Mike Johnson's power is fading away as Speaker of the House. What you saw right there was a vote that had the outcome of 231 to 195. Democrats and Republicans joining together to overturn two of Donald Trump's executive orders that MAGA Mike supported. These executive orders prohibited collective bargaining within the federal government, and this was cheered on by labor unions, and MAGA Mike, James Comer, and Donald Trump were pissed off, and now Marjorie Taylor Greene has news for MAGA Mike, that she wants to deliver the death blow to MAGA Mike on her way out. And specifically, she's now trying to rally a group of 9 MAGA Republicans that will vote to oust MAGA Mike Johnson. So as discharge petition after discharge petition is now making its way to the House floor, like we just saw there with the bill to allow for collective bargaining within unions in the federal government, that came via discharge petition. The Epstein vote came via discharge petition. A potential discharge petition is coming around a vote to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying, MAGA Mike, on my way out, I want to get rid of you. So she's rallying other MAGAs and other Republicans. She needs a total of 9. Back in the Kevin McCarthy days, all you needed was, I think, 1 to trigger the vote to oust McCarthy, and then everybody would vote on it. And now you need 9. So let's talk about what's going down. And before going further, just a reminder, hit subscribe to MeidasTouch Network YouTube channel. We're on our way to 6 million subscribers. We're leading all independent media. And as you know, the Trump regime wants us shut down. They want to say bye-bye to the MeidasTouch Network. So make sure you're subscribed. You may think you're subscribed, but you may not actually be subscribed. So just double check that you're subscribed. All right. Hat tip to our friends at MS Now for getting the scoop. They said Marjorie Taylor Greene wants her last act of defiance as she leaves Congress, as her life is being threatened by Donald Trump and MAGA Mike Johnson. She's approaching members to push forward a motion to vacate MAGA Mike Johnson as Speaker. She's going one by one, and it's going to be tough, but she thinks she may be able to get support. Should be noted that Elise Stefanik of New York, who Donald Trump pushed aside when she was nominated by him first to be the United Nations ambassador from the United States, and then she came back to the House of Representatives. She said that she believes that, I'll just quote, he, MAGA Mike, certainly wouldn't have the votes to be Speaker if there was a roll call vote tomorrow. I believe that the majority of Republicans would vote for new leadership. It's that widespread. It seems that she's one of the people that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to try to get MAGA Mike ousted. Who else? Nancy Mace of South Carolina told people that she's frustrated with Louisiana Republican MAGA Mike Johnson. She's sick of the way he's run the House, particularly the way that women are treated, and she's planning to huddle with Marjorie Taylor Greene to find a way to say bye-bye, MAGA Mike Johnson. So whenever we see MAGA Mike Johnson, though, now in the Capitol, he's always like running away and he looks flustered, right? And give him credit. Manu Raju over at CNN, he always tries to stop MAGA Mike in his tracks and go, MAGA Mike, what do you think about this? So one of the things that Manu Raju asked MAGA Mike yesterday is, it seems that Donald Trump is pretty weak. Look at just what happened in Indiana. The Republican senators there did not agree to Trump's gerrymander of the state. And Donald Trump's approval now in the new AP poll is 36%. Trump's DOJ failed to secure another indictment against New York Attorney General Letitia James. Trump's approval on the economy is at 33%, according to the new AP poll. But here's what MAGA Mike said. So is Trump a lame duck, MAGA Mike? Because you're looking pretty weak. And MAGA Mike goes, he's the most powerful person of my generation. Oh, MAGA Mike. Here, play this clip.
Are you worried about Trump's grip on power after Indiana? Do you think it shows he's a lame duck?
Not at all. We're not worried
about.
No, he is not a lame duck. He's the most powerful president of this generation and many others. We have a lot more work to do together. The outcome in Indiana is inconsequential to that. We are going to win the midterm. No, we didn't. No. He did not put in major pressure campaign for it. He let his opinion be known as he does on everything, all the time, all day long. We win some, we lose some. It is no indication whatsoever about what's going to happen next year in the midterm elections. We are excited about that. We have a great campaign to run. We go forward regardless of how each one of these states comes out. We're going to win on whatever maps are presented. So I'm very bullish. I'm more bullish today than I was yesterday, and you'll see that. And you guys underestimate us. You'll see that.
Hey everybody, Ben Meiselas here from the MeidasTouch Network. I wanted to let you know about my podcast partner, Michael Popak's new law firm. It's called the Popak Firm. Michael Popak's pursuing his dream of starting his own law firm, really based on the popular demand by all the Meidas Mighty and legal AFers who are approaching Michael Popak with their cases and saying, can you help us? And at that time, Popak was not able to. So he went out on his own. He started the Popak Firm, where he is now handling catastrophic injury cases like car accident cases, trucking cases, malpractice cases, big negligence cases, wrongful death cases. So if you or someone you know have a case like this, the consultation with Popak's firm is free. Give him a call. See if you have a case. It's thepopakfirm.com, thepopakfirm.com, or you can call 877-POPOK-AF, P-O-P-O-K-A-F. So 1-877-POPOK-AF. Give Michael Popak a call. And I'm really proud of you, Popak. Thanks for all the hard work you're putting in. And then MAGA Mike is asked by Manu Raju about, what are you going to do with healthcare? Are you going to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies? Like, what the heck is going on there? And here's what he says. He's more vulnerable than ever, folks. Here, play this clip right here.
Mr. Speaker, what do you say to these swing district Republicans who are really clamoring, really begging for a vote on a 2-year extension of these ACA subsidies and worried about the impact on their constituents and voters?
I've spoken to all my colleagues. We've all worked around the clock to try to come up with a solution that satisfies the needs of all of our constituents.
But will you give them a vote? Will you give them a vote? Will you give them a vote?
We're working on a package of legislation that will reduce premiums for all Americans, not just 7% of them. And I've been talking to every one of these colleagues in the tough districts about that. So stay tuned. There's more to come. We're going to have a bill next week that will accomplish that very much.
Thank you.
Isn't he? Again, he's always running away. Am I right? And here's MAGA Mike Johnson running away. It's like 3 different clips of him from the day running away. And Manu Raj is like, well, what do you think about Donald Trump calling all these countries in Africa shithole countries? You good with that, MAGA Mike? And watch what MAGA Mike says. Play this clip.
You referred to countries like Somalia as shithole countries. If you're okay with that kind of language.
Look, I'm baited every day with asking me to pass a comment about what the president or other members say.
He's the president of the United States. Don't you have an opinion on it?
Well, of course I have an opinion. That's not the way I speak, and you know that. But the president is expressing his frustration about the extraordinary challenge that is presented to America. We have people coming in, not assimilating, and trying to take over the country. We had illegal aliens, like 20 million.
Now let's take a look at what some of these MAGA Republicans on Capitol Hill and the House are saying. Here you have MAGA Republican. Well, he's not. He's more of a moderate. If there were to be any moderate, Don Bacon would be. He still has aided and abetted Donald Trump. But here's what Don Bacon says about the expiring Affordable Care Act subsidies, so you can hear it for yourself. Let's play this clip right here.
And all these folks are going to go back home, and you're going to have to look voters in the eye and say we've done nothing while their premiums are going up like $2,000 a month. It's not going to happen. The reality is going to hit here. We got to. To me, it's just basic reality. We need a short-term extension. And then let's talk about some deeper reforms.
The Speaker seems dead set against this, though.
Because what he's hearing from a lot of folks, hey, we didn't vote for ACA, we didn't vote for the IRA, this is a Democrat problem, but we're in charge.
How bad do you think this will be for Republicans if you do not extend these subsidies?
I think it will be used like a sledgehammer on us a year from now. The reality will be bad.
Now let me play for you what let's say Josh Hawley in the Senate is saying about the Affordable Care Act subsidies. Let's play it.
How big of a problem would it be for your party if you do not come up with a plan for health care?
Well, I mean, I just don't know how Republicans would explain that to 24 million Americans whose premiums are going to double. We need to think about the human cost of this, I think, and Republicans need to offer an alternative solution.
Now let me show you what Senator Tillis, who's resigning from North Carolina, what he has to say about the Epstein files being hidden, the video of the strikes on the survivors of the fishing boats being hidden. Just Trump keeps the medical records being hidden. Here's what Tillis says. Here, play this clip.
We got to release the video. Look, we got to get the Epstein files released. We got to get any videos that do not in any way compromise mission integrity down there. Just get the stuff out there.
Would you rather see a different Secretary of Defense?
I just want to see the facts so I can make an informed decision.
And I like what AOC says about basically Trump and MAGA Mike's dummy mandering. If they're trying to create these gerrymander districts, they're trying to take away from Democratic districts. They necessarily have to dilute from Republican districts. And, as AOC says, anything from +10 to +20 at this point that went +10 to +20 Trump in 2024, we're seeing Democrats winning those in the state legislative races, in the mayor's races, in the statewide commission races, in the governor's races. Here's what AOC has to say about that as well. Let's play it.
We're looking that there could be a cycle where our +10 seats flip to Democrats. And so if Republicans want to draw a map that makes them more vulnerable to that, that's their decision to do that.
You think that'll be a wave, a blue wave?
I think so.
So, folks, we are keeping an eye on MAGA Mike Johnson's job security here. You heard MAGA Mike says that he's going to bring something to the floor about healthcare. Who knows what the heck that's going to be? We'll keep you posted every step of the way here. Will MAGA Mike lose his job before Christmas? You tell me. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.